Well, hey, welcome back to On the Reel. I'm your host, Steve Johnson, and today we are going to discuss a little movie called The Mountain Between Us. Stars Idris Elba and Kate Winslet, or Kate Winslet and Idris Elba. Um, Pick your poison. Today's going to be a one-man show because I could not convince the other guys to come and watch this thing today. So all you got is me. Hope you like it. Uh, Brief synopsis of this film. Stranded after a tragic plane crash, two strangers must forge a connection to survive the extreme elements of a remote snow covered mountain. When they realize help is not coming, they embark on a perilous journey across the wilderness. Um, Idris Elba plays a neurosurgeon, and Kate Winslet plays a photojournalist. They get into a private plane because there's some storm coming, and Kate Winslet is getting married, and Idris Elba needs to perform a surgery. And so, in order to get where they're going, they split the cost. They do a private chartered flight, and all hell breaks loose from there. We're not going to get into spoilers today, but that's essentially the synopsis. You can see this from the trailer. Their plane crashes, and they need to survive in the elements. I'm going to say, when I first heard about this movie, I was really excited. Idris Elba and Kate Winslet are two of the best actors that are working today. And hearing that they were going to be in a movie, that was it. Like, the movie could have been them, like, watching paint dry or mowing a lawn, and I would have been there, $15, popcorn in hand. Let's do it. But then I saw the trailer, and I'm not gonna lie, the trailer, when I saw it, it looked sort of like a paint by numbers romance movie, and I wasn't really a fan after I saw the trailer. But I said, you know what, these guys have never or rarely ever let me down, so I'm gonna go see this thing. So I go and watch it, and um, I was honestly surprised. Like, I I thought it was gonna be terrible, and it's one of the best plane crashes I've seen on film. And so it starts off by grabbing you. And and after the plane crash, um I'm gonna say, though these guys are great actors, I'm not gonna say I really saw the chemistry between them. Not like what you would see between sort of Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, because they've done two movies together, um, Titanic and Revolutionary Road. So I didn't feel sort of that connection between them, but they were playing strangers. So I was pleasantly surprised by this movie, and and just every time I thought it was going to go one way, I mean, it actually ultimately did going the ways that I think it would go, but they kept me guessing the entire film. So I was a big fan, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I was on the edge of my seat, and I didn't know what was going to happen. Um, and when things did happen, even if I suspected them, they were satisfying. It was a satisfying film, and it just didn't feel like your normal date movie. And we need to give the director, Hani Abu Assad, some credit here. This thing was filmed there was no sound stage here. There was no, like, Hollywood set. They flew to the top of a mountain and just filmed out in the elements. And I gotta say, that gave the film a sense of grit that you don't normally get in what sort of this movie looks like. So that alone, I felt like I got my money's worth. That's not to say the film didn't have problems, because to me, with all those good things being said, it felt like a Castaway, but with two people. I don't know if that's a proper analogy, because there's two people, but you know, Wilson. Um, but it's the last 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes of the film that just felt tacked on. It felt like Lord of the Rings, like it was five different endings. Um, I think the film could have ended 15 minutes early. You cut out all of that last stuff, and when you watch this thing, you'll see. I hope you'll see what I mean. But to me, that sort of took away points, and I think it all. I don't want to say it ruined the movie because honestly, 80% of the movie I had a really good time and I was pleasantly surprised. But that last 20%, man, it kind of killed the movie for me. So I'm gonna say good movie. If you're looking for a date movie to take that special someone out to, I would definitely go see this. Um, Idris Elba was captivating. Kate Winslet was mesmerizing as usual. I don't know that, like, individually they were great. Together, I don't know if they gelled as well as I would like to have seen. So that's another caveat. So all that said, just wrapping up here because we want to do these things a little quicker going on. I'm gonna give this thing a 7 out of 10, and it would have gotten an 8 if they cut it off maybe 15 minutes early. Um, but ultimately, I think it was a good time, especially if you're looking for a date movie. Very good, very good movie. But I give it a 7, and it does lose points for the end. So that is all I have to say. But who the hell am I about what you got to say? So like, subscribe, leave a comment. Did you see it? Do you plan on seeing it? Will you see it now? What would you do if you got caught in a mountain? You know, in a plane crash? Uh, Tell us what you think. That's another episode of On the Reel, and thank you for watching.